was her then.
Mhm.
Yeah, she was traumatized from whatever past situation she had, and she didn't want to share it.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you,
I,
ladies. I'm gonna ask you, ladies, this now. Do you think that a woman will overlook a standard that she set if it's the right guy? If she's attracted to that guy in a certain type of way, do you think that she would overlook some things and give him a pass?
yes, women do it all the time.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
We like to
So,
see how red the flag is gonna get.
No, is it maroon or is it just like pink?
so it takes a certain type of man to really be able to push you over there. Say, you know what, fuck it, I'm young, I'm single. Why not, right?
I think it honestly just comes from, growing up. Like people like to say that when you see a red flag, you should just run, right? Like you should automatically know, you should note it and move on. But you have to grow through these situations. You have to go through life lessons, deal with people that give you red flags that seem like they're in the perfect package for you to realize that maybe just looking that great or you coming in the perfect package or what seems to be the perfect package, if I then also see red flags, it's not going to necessarily work out for me. Just like Sherman was stating, it's not wrong for people to have standards, but I think it's unrealistic to believe that people jump out the gate automatically with these standards that they're actually going to uphold. I think you have to learn. You have to go through situations that don't work for you and you grow through them. And that's when you're able to really find your life partner and figure out, okay, even though this person came in the perfect package, he was my type, something about him might have been wrong. Right. So when I run into this other person that may not be exactly the look that I'm looking for, but he has everything else that I'm looking for, I think you just have to grow into that.
Hmm.
And as you get older, that's how you end up, getting to that place.
I think it comes from women being more emotional and men being more logical. Men will see a red flag and they're like, "It's a wrap. I'm done. Let me go. Let me ghost her." And then, and then a woman will say, "But he's just his body. It looks so good. He work out. Blah blah blah." We're more in touch with our feelings than they are. So
Well,
I
I mean,
that's
speaking,
the difference.
yeah, I'm gonna say, speaking from a man, men do overlook some red flags if she's beautiful. So
Yes.
if you do have a beautiful woman, let's say hypothetic like yourself, right? A man, well, you can have some toxic traits. It could be you don't return calls. That guy will overlook that based on how you look.
Hmm.
And then sometimes it could be extreme. It can be that he says he would never date a woman that had 30 bodies. But if you're beautiful, he might have to evaluate the situation. I'm not saying all men do. Now, some men do have some standards that they just willing to uphold no matter what. But there are a lot of men on the other side that will overlook some things. He won't even mention it. You can have a toxic trait. He won't mention it to his family. He won't mention it. That's something that's between him and himself. And he's just going to deal with it because he's infatuated on how you look.
Yep.
But not every woman can exude that type of energy. So like a woman that's really not that doesn't really have too many options, she's not going to be able to have those uh, extra
Advantage.
chances. Yeah, he's just going to just cut her off. Like, I'm not dealing with this. It's not even worth my time. But go ahead, Ty. I know you was going to say something.
No, I was just going to say I agree with you. I was going to say that when Kelly was speaking as far as men being logical. I think, yes, they are logical and women are more emotional, but men are extremely physical. So if they see something that fits what they're going after or what they want, she's beautiful, her body is banging, she seems like she hits those tickets, she can be crazy. And he can see that right off back. Like she might bust my windows out, but I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna give it a try. I can get these windows fixed. Yeah, drove down on my house, but do you see her when she walk away though? You get what I'm saying? I just feel like men follow the physical aspect, whereas women, we will follow the physical aspect, But I think we really get wrapped up once we get intimate with a man. If he not only looks good, but we've already crossed that intimacy boundary with him, we've laid with him, now we fully wrapped up. And don't let him be good at that too. It's like, oh, the man that took my car, he got somebody else saying that stuff, but women looking past it because that's what they're wrapped up in. I think we can both just get wrapped up and ignore the red flags
Yeah.
until we not to anymore.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what experience they had with women. Like depending on, okay, if they went through hell with somebody and they're meeting somebody new and they're like, you know what, I don't want no drama. They might see that red flag and just say, I'm out. So it just depends on your experience.
Like I was saying, yep. And to even get there, you have to go through that experience. You have to already have gone through that. It's the same with women. If you dealt with a man that was controlling or abusive, the minute you see that in another man, you like, oh no, I don't want to deal with that. I'm not going down that road again. So you got to live through these things to figure out what you like and don't like.
I did a question for y'all, and this is just my theory. I think women like a little bit of toxicity. As long as it's not overboard. Is it true? Like imagine being in a relationship and everything's just going perfect. Is that boring? Or do you like a little bit of edge? Like a little bit of something?
Give me perfection if I can get it. I feel like you have to, like I said, when we're young, it's exciting to deal with somebody that's like a bad boy or a little toxic or, going through their little things because you going through stuff too. You trying to figure out yourself too. But at this big grown age, I don't want that. I'm good. You could be perfect and boring, and as long as you're consistent, that's what I'm looking for. I think as we grow, as you get older, you look for different things. I don't want toxicity. I don't need a toxic man. I'm not a toxic woman. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for peace.
Okay. What about you, Kelly?
Well, I'm very calm and peaceful for sure. But I don't. Toxic men are not attractive to me. Now, whether they are attracted to me, that's another story. And I think it really depends on the level of toxicity we're talking about here, because, boring is cool, but I think we all like to have a little fun every now and then.